more ways than one, the ceiling fan industry has undergone a revolution, and Casablanca has been the leader in making the ceiling fan a practical and attractive addition to the modern home. Casablanca's IntelliTouch series has been in production for more than 6 years, and it's the only successful remote control ceiling fan sold today. Casablanca is now proud to introduce its newest partner, ComfortTouch, a revolutionary comfort and convenience control system. ComfortTouch is totally different. It's wireless. ComfortTouch adds many new, easy-to-use features to the world of ceiling fans. We'll see those features in just a few minutes, but first, a word about the ease of installation of ComfortTouch. As you'll see during the installation, the wall control can be mounted either on a convenient wall bracket or placed on a tabletop or at bedside. The fan itself installs like any other Casablanca model, so let's look at installing the wall control. First, the wall control bracket installs with 2 screws. Next, install 3 AAA alkaline batteries in the control and close the cover. The ComfortTouch has 4 Velcro pads which engage matching pads on the wall bracket. Simply place the wall control against the bracket and push slightly. That's it. That's all there is to installing the ComfortTouch wall control. Now, assuming you've installed the fan correctly, let's take a tour of the ComfortTouch and see its many new features. Looking at the face of the control, you first see a large liquid crystal display in the center. This display will constantly show the actual room temperature, as well as other information designed to help the user understand what the fan is doing and to allow easier use. On either side of the display are 2 large panels. These are the fan and light on-off buttons. Below each panel are 2 up-down buttons which are used to adjust the light intensity up or down and the fan speed up or down. Now, since these are the features most frequently used on the fan, they are the only ones available on the face of the control. Features used less frequently are accessible behind a small control panel, but we'll get to that in just a minute. Now let's take a look at the operation of the ComfortTouch. Push the light button on. Notice the lights on the fan gradually increase to full intensity instead of snapping on instantly. Not only does this spare the eyes from a blast of light, it also extends the life of the light bulbs by eliminating the surge of current that normally occurs when a light is turned on. By the way, you also heard a small audio tone which comes from the wall control, not the fan. A tone is heard anytime one of the control buttons is pushed. To turn the light off, just push the light button again. The audio tone confirms your push, the light bulb and vertical segment in the display go off, and the light gradually begins to turn off. This safe exit feature is designed to allow 10 seconds for leaving the room before the lights turn completely off. If you want to turn the light off immediately, just push the light button a second time. Let's turn the lights on again and operate the up-down buttons you see below the light button. By pushing the down button, you can see the light getting dimmer and the display segments moving downward to indicate a dimmer light. This new light setting is memorized by the fan so that the light can be turned on and off at this new memorized setting. Of course, pushing the up arrow causes the light to get brighter. The fan control works essentially the same way. Push the fan button and the fan comes on. Now, since this is the first time it's been turned on, the fan starts at low speed. To make the fan go faster, simply push the up button. You can see the new speed indicated in the display. Notice also in the display that the arrow is pointing downward, indicating downward airflow. This is an extremely helpful feature for those who have trouble figuring out which way the fan needs to turn in order to have either upward or downward airflow. And of course, you've got a down arrow to slow the fan as well. Now, as with the light, the fan speed is memorized at each setting so that when the fan is turned off and back on, it starts at the speed previously selected. And as with the original IntelliTouch, there are 6 fan speeds. Well, these are the most frequently used features of the fan. Now let's open the small control compartment door and look at some of the exciting new features of ComfortTouch. You see 6 buttons, each labeled with a specific function. Unlike the original IntelliTouch, there is no programming required to use these features. Watch how simple it is to operate. To reverse airflow direction, simply push the reverse button once. You'll see the arrow in the display change direction and the fan will gradually reverse its rotation. Air is now blowing upward. Push the button again and the airflow returns to the previous direction. For demonstration purposes, there's a test button which puts the fan and light through a complete demonstration cycle in about 90 seconds. All the segments in the display turn on at once, then the fan goes through its test mode. Note the word test is on in the display. As with other special features, any feature can be canceled by pushing the test button a second time. Since we don't want to watch the entire test program here, we'll just cancel it. Some familiar features have been retained in Comfort Touch. Push the Saver button and the word Saver appears in the display. Now, anytime the lights are turned on, they will automatically turn off after 60 minutes. This is ideal for those areas where people tend to leave the lights on, wasting energy. It's also handy in a child's room, where you may wish to leave the lights on until the child goes to sleep. We have this feature in the original IntelliTouch, but because of the programming required, it is rarely used. Next, I'll push the Security button, and you'll note the word Security appears in the display. Now, the lights will turn on and off in a random pattern designed to give the home a lived-in look. The lights will turn on at varying intensities to further enhance the effect. Now, this is a good time to point out that several special features can be activated at one time. Here, for example, you see both Saver and Security in operation simultaneously. Of course, other combinations are possible. A new feature added to Comfort Touch is what we call the winter mode. Now, we always talk about being able to use the very low speed of an IntelliTouch fan in the wintertime to recirculate the warm air usually trapped against the ceiling. In Comfort Touch, we've taken that to a new level of sophistication. Simply push the winter button and notice that the fan is set at low speed with upward airflow. In this mode, air is gently circulated upward across the ceiling and back down the walls of the home. However, every 10 minutes, the winter feature increases the fan speed to speed 3 for 10 seconds. This is just enough to break up any stratification layers and recirculate valuable warm air without creating a draft. This is a patented exclusive new feature for Casablanca, a feature that enhances the year-round utility of ceiling fans. Now, probably the most important new feature made possible by the technologies of Comfort Touch is auto speed. Simply push the auto button to activate it. Notice that the winter mode is canceled. These two features cannot be on at the same time. Now, set the fan speed to, let's say, speed 3 and the desired airflow direction, let's say, down. Once the fan speed has been set for desired comfort at the room temperature indicated, the auto speed feature takes over. If the temperature in the room increases, the fan speed will gradually increase to maintain comfort. The same is true in the other direction. When room temperature decreases, the fan speed also decreases. All this is done within the microprocessor control which commands the fan whenever a change is needed. This is perfect control for any room in the house, be it a kitchen where cooking and sun load cause big changes in temperature, a room with a fireplace, or a bedroom where temperature changes during the night can make you feel too cool. Comfort Touch easily accommodates these changes to maintain personal comfort. As you can see, Comfort Touch offers a whole host of new features aimed at making the ceiling fan a year-round comfort, convenience, and energy-saving appliance. Couple that with traditional Casablanca beauty and quality, and you can see why the Comfort Touch is the most exciting addition to the ceiling fan industry in its history. Comfort Touch is Casablanca's commitment to putting technology to work to keep its products first in line when consumers think of a ceiling fan. Casablanca fans, still the world's finest.